Shalom, Yashala. So the brother Kaya, I just won't get in the vid of judging uprightly. Just when we making decisions, based upon basically in righteousness, because men of the Lord and all these judgments should be according to righteousness. But when we judging, man, that we make sure that we are carefully considering our discretion, man, and implementing discretion in everything that we judge and do, man. But prior to getting into it, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and peace, greetings, and salutation to the icons that's pushing this work around the globe in truth and sincerity, and to the true icons push on, man. And without further ado, I'll get right into it. I'm gonna just go into this account with Solomon, man, because Solomon asked for. I'm not gonna go into that account, but I'm just going to account where he didn't the wisdom that he asked for, to lead the lost people, to be a shepherd over the lost people. Man, it was about the insight that Solomon applied to what he knew. All right. So it's all about the discretion of a man. All right. It's First Kings 3. I'm going to account real quick. I'm gonna read it real quick. 3:16. It says, then came Salaki. I'm gonna read up to show you how Solomon just basically received his wisdom according to the Most High. It's 1 Kings 3:9. It says, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this people, so great a people? And the speech pleased Yahweh that Solomon had asked this thing. And God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life from thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy works. Lo, I will give thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there is none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee, man. All right, let's go into that word judgment real quick. Discern judgment real quick. This
Strong's H 4941.
Mishpat, judgment, justice, ordinance, judgment, an act of deciding a case, place, court, seat of judgment, process, procedure, litigation, cause, case, cause, sentence, decision, judgment, execution, time, justice, right, rectitude, attributes of God or man, ordinance, decision and law, right, privilege, due, proper, fitting, measure, fitness, custom, manner, plan. So these are the things of it. They got a acting one. Another one real quick.
Strong's H 8199.
Shafat. It says to judge, govern, vindicate, punish, to act as a lawgiver or judge or governor, to rule, govern, judge, to decide controversy, to execute judgment, discriminating, vindicating, condemning, and punishing, a theophanic advent for final judgment, to enter into controversy, plead, have controversy together, to be judge upon it at law. So you get the point, man. This is how you gotta act as a servant of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. And that's why you have a the apostles always say that you have a ruling class mentality, man. That means that you are acting accordingly as a king would act, man. A great judge over the people, man. As the king, so are the officers, man. But let's get to the point. This 1 King 3:16, it says, Then came there 2 women that were harlots unto the king and stood before him. And the one woman said, O my Lord, I am this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And I ain't going to read all of it. I'm going to just really go down to the point. You can read it on your own time, argument. But basically, it was 2 women saying that one child was theirs because one child died, and the other lady, basically took the child that was living and basically claimed the child to be hers, even though it wasn't. This 24, I just get to the point. Then, 23. Then said the king, the one said, This is my son that liveth, and thy son is the dead. And the other said, Nay, but the son is the dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, Divide the living child in 2, and give half to the one, and half to the other. Then spake the woman whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son, and she said, O my Lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine, but divided. Then the king answered and said, Give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. And all Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw the wisdom of God was in him to do judgment. So, likewise, that same attribute should reflect in men of the Lord, man, prophets of the Lord out there. When people look upon you, man, they should see a countenance of that you are a great judger, man. You know, that you're making decisions based upon righteousness and according to the Bible, man. You know, not a worldly judgment, man. You know, because you're being measured and basically looked at for the judgments you making, man, for your like the Ak always say in the camp, your anastrophe, man, your behavior, man. All right, but let's get into it, man, because you gotta understand that you gotta be able to be discreet with your judgment, man. You know, and that's in all things. That's in all things. Let's get into it. This Leviticus 19 and 15. It says, Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. All right. So when you're judging, right? And if it's a particular matter you're judging about, man, because we can judge, all right? We're supposed to judge small and great matters, all right? So if you're judging a person, right? If you're judging a person let's see, in a case to where adultery is being committed, unless you're not an adultery committer, then you cannot judge this man. All right. You can only judge in righteousness, man. If you keep in that law, man, then you can judge according to that law. That law. All right. So because the scriptures tell you before you get the beam out your brother eye, get it out your own, man. All right. So if that beam ain't in your eye, your brother got a beam in his eye, then you can judge him righteously, only according to the law in righteousness. It says, Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Yeah, whether that's your mama. All right. You can't show favor because that's your mama, or because this meek male, you know, I'm gonna give him a pass. But yet, though you put the hammer on a man that's under the bridge because you feel as if they're not equal to each other, man. You know. But in righteous judgment, there is no equality. It's only right and wrong. All right. You're not showing equalism to the people. It's about what's right and what's wrong. All right. Let me keep going. This Deuteronomy 1 and 17. It says, Ye shall not respect persons in judgments. You see? Because in James, it says to respect. In James 2 and I think it's 9. In James 2 and 9, it says But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin and are convinced of the law and the transgressors, man. Yeah, you basically rolling with the people. If you respect him that's doing wrong, man, or breaking a law or transgression, man, you just as a transgressor as him. Because you respect having respect in persons. It says, ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, because sometimes your judgment will be perverted, man, because you may have fear that if you come down with the hammer or reprove or rebuke your brother, man, that he may dislike you or no longer, hang out with you or whatever the case may be. And if that's the case, so be it, man. Then, because a friend is happy, happy is he who is rebuked of his neighbor, man. It says, for judgment is God's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. So the Father say, look, and that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom. If it's a cause too hard or wherever it's at, the Father, we bring it to our King, who is King David. Then King David can't really bring it to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai can't go to the Father, man. It ain't nothing we ain't gonna be able to basically nip in the bud, man. Dealing with unrighteousness, man. Which the law takes care of everything, really. Long as you abide by the law, you're gonna judge in righteous judgment. And that's a commandment that you do that, man. Let's see what they did in wilderness, Exodus 18 and 22. It says, and let them judge the people at all seasons. Judge them at all seasons, all times. All right. Winter, sun, you judge the same. All right. That one is according to the law, man. All right. You got to columnize judgment with the law. It got to go, it's synonymous with the law, hand in hand. At any time, anywhere, any place, anybody. It says, and it shall be that every great matter that they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall better burn with thee, man. I know it's kind of repetitive, but I'm just implementing that fact of that the way we got to make judgment, man, and how we supposed to judge, In Corinthians, it says, shall not we judge even the small matters? The saints shall judge the angels, man. So shouldn't we put our hand to that which is small? So how much more the small matters? All right. They say that in Sirach. Matter of fact, let me get it. Let me just go to it. This Sirach 5 and 15. It says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small, man. Yeah, giving mind to that. Everything that's small, in order for something to get large or big, it had to start out small. All right. So if you judge the matter from when it first occurred, man, it won't have room to elevate, or get bigger, man. Right? You stop a disease the moment you have it, man. Or you start to see a outbreak of it. You get right to it, man. This 1 Corinthians 2, 14 and 15. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14, it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. Right? So, but he that is spiritual judge all things, yet he himself is judged of no man, because he that is spiritual, man, like it say, it escaped me exactly where it's at, so I won't really even butcher it or paraphrase it. But it says, I'm gonna just paraphrase it because I don't want butcher to say that is somewhere where it's not, but it is in there. It says where for the law is for him that is spiritual, needing not the law, man, because he's a law within himself, man, within his spirit. All right. So, but it says, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man, man. Because he's judging according to the law, and the law is within him, is in his realm, is in his inner man, It's his inner man. Okay? And when something is spiritually discerned, a natural man cannot grasp that because it's over his head, man. All right. His eye not single. All right. His pineal gland not bust wide open. His third eye, man. You know. Cause, giving out just giving out worldly judgment, man, to people, man, is a scary thing, man. It's a scary sight. So you gotta know how to judge according to the to not of this world, which are the laws, man. And the laws uphold the world. All right. I ended with this in James. Just to go out on that one. James 2:13. It says, For he shall have judgment without mercy that has showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. But the point in that I wanted to grab out of that, man, of course, that's that, and that's a universal law. That ain't just to eat them. That's to your own brother, to you and to your neighbor as well. In the body of the Mashiach, in the body of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai as well, man. If you're making judgment without mercy, then it may be a situation where mercy need to be applied there. And if you're not having mercy, man, then you're judging incorrectly, man. So in order to be a judge, man, you gotta have this hard hat of spiritual understanding, being able to discern good and evil, man. First and foremost, to call yourself a judge, you gotta be deeply rooted in the house of the Lord, man. Flourishing in the course of the Lord, man. You gotta be a cedar tree in the house of the Lord, an olive tree, man. Planted and rooted deep in it, man, to be a judge according to the law and the statutes and judgment with the Father have put in the steed of certain men, man, because the spirits of the prophets is subject to the prophets to do that which is in the earth, man. They got judges in the earth right now, man, and it'll fall the mouthpiece. But with that, Akams, I hope that was edifying to the listeners, and we continue to judge in all truth and righteousness and sincerity, man, and all gravity and all fear of the Lord and trembling of the Lord, knowing that if we judge, according to our own heart, man, that we sin and we go off from the law, man, and we don't do that which is pleasing in the sight of the Lord. But with that, Akams, I hope that was edifying and it reached to who it needed to reach. And to the next time I won't see. Shalom.